Hi there and welcome back to Valley por Vida. Now, as promised before the break, our team had the chance to catch up with one local business owner on South Padre Island who's got some helpful tips for us to keep in mind when it comes to our responsible consumption of certain beverages. As we've mentioned, on the show before, April marked Alcohol Awareness Month, but the things that we learned 2 months ago are those of which really are still very important and even life-saving today. Take a look.
My name is David Tejeda. I'm an LPC, which stands for Licensed Professional Counselor. Here where I work, I am the clinical director of Origins Recovery Centers located in South Padre Island, Texas. I'm also a part-time lecturer at the University of Texas in the Rio Grande Valley. So I teach a couple courses for the graduate counseling program. The place that I work for is Origins Recovery Centers. We are an inpatient residential adult facility, and we primarily treat individuals who are suffering from substance abuse, whether it be alcohol or any other drugs. So people who are having difficulty controlling or stopping altogether. And so those are the individuals we treat here. We primarily focus on substance abuse, but naturally, many of our patients also suffer from other conditions, whether it be mental health, psychiatric. So we also help them with those. So first and foremost, I want to stress that I have nothing against responsible alcohol use, right? I just want to stress that. I think that responsible drinking or responsible alcohol use is part of our community, our fabric of society in many places. So. And what do I mean by responsible drinking or responsible alcohol use? What I mean by that is, more often than not, it means being part of celebration, being part of tradition, or just adding some joy into the moments of life. Where it becomes a problem and where we really want to bring some awareness to is when it does the opposite of that. So if an individual if they're drinking and their patterns of drinking do the opposite, which is remove them from celebration, which starts to cause significant distress in their relationships with their family members, with their workplace, their colleagues, their friends. If it starts causing them to use alcohol as an escape rather than look for healthy ways to cope with stress, if it begins to endanger their lives or endanger the lives of other people in their community or their family members, that's really where an honest look at one's patterns of drinking and use are really important. So if it starts removing you from the things that are worthwhile in life, like relationships and family, ambition, creativity, energy, then that's really what we want people to consider.
All right, and we also had the chance to visit with the team over at Idea College Prep in Weslaco. It was an absolute honor to witness 89 seniors graduating, and 100% of these intelligent students were admitted to four-year colleges. 34% of them will even be matriculating this fall to Tier 1 and Tier 2 colleges across the nation, including to places like MIT, Northwestern University, Rice University, UT at Austin, American University, and more. So many of these bright young minds had the chance to walk across their campus to visit with students from kinder to 11th grade, all in an effort to celebrate their accomplishments as well as encourage other students, about the rewards of commitment when it comes to their education. See, even though the struggles of, COVID as well as other hardships, we often feel concerns with finances and academic challenges, but these students are living proof that education is indeed possible.
Being at IDEA has been an amazing experience. But as everyone knows, the pandemic definitely drastically changed how it would have been in a normal school year. Being at home for online school was definitely a struggle since we had to focus, since it was a struggle to focus from all our electronics to our family and many other reasons. But we've been able to persevere through dedication and hard work. We were able to finish our assignments together and be able to study together to be able to take our exams. It's been an amazing experience, but it has definitely been a challenge. But we've been able to persevere thanks to each other and thanks to IDEA. This fall, I'm gonna attend MIT in Massachusetts. I was not expecting that I was gonna get accepted into it. It was definitely an exciting moment when that acceptance arrived, and me and my whole family just came together and cried, and we were so happy. So I definitely say the message is putting all your effort, never giving up despite challenges. There's always gonna be a tough time or a cloud in the sky that's gonna darken your day. But as long as you keep on fighting, keep on struggling through it, you're always gonna achieve greatness. You're achieve something better than everyone's gonna expect, as the people who aren't expected much of are gonna make the greatest impact.
Attending IDEA at a young age, from second grade, it's been installed in me since a young age that I'd make it to and through college. And with the pandemic occurring throughout half of our high school experience, I had to detransition from a traditional high school experience to a more online and restricted kind of learning. And then throughout junior year, it was mostly online. And returning back to high school, our senior year, we had to reacclimate and re-establish our morals and our work ethic that had been installed in us before. Reverting back to regular school had been challenging, but persevering and keeping in touch with our teachers, friends, counselors, we were able to succeed and make it to the colleges of our choices. And with the help of my counselors, my friends, and my family, I was able to get into my dream college, Kalamazoo College, which I'll be attending this fall. And the message I want to leave to the people here is that no matter what you go through, just put your best into everything you do. If you fall, just get up, put everything into everything you do. Don't be afraid to dream. If you dream big, even if you fail, you'll end up there. So dream big, don't be afraid to fail, learn from your failures, keep in contact with those close to you, don't be afraid to reach out.
So even though we're facing these challenges and we continue to face them for many months, maybe even years to come, we highly encourage you to lean on your community, lean on those people around you, lean on your families, on your schools, on your counselors, on your teachers, to be able to help you to achieve your goals to higher education. This is especially true for Hispanic and Latino students who traditionally may not have access to spaces of higher education. So really lean into those spaces and keep your goal in mind to make sure that you achieve what you want. But here at IDEA, we hope that you join us in our commitment to higher education to make sure that all of our students go to and through to college.
Congrats to all their grads, and thank you so much for joining us today on Valley por Vida. And be sure to tune in again next time because we're going to have so much more in store for you. Don't forget, of course, to follow our team on social media for exclusive behind-the-scenes sneak peeks at what we've got coming up and for your chance at your comment or even your question to be featured on air. And as always, you can visit valleycentral.com to rewatch some of today's favorite segments. We've got all that and so much more next time on Valley por Vida. We'll see you then.